and welcome to Tech to Tech presented by Kaizen, where we will explore common cleaning questions and answers. This session has been pre-recorded and will include additional FAQs related to this specific topic at the end of the presentation. We hope it is 15 minutes well spent. Let's get started. I would like to introduce Kaizen's own Kevin Buckner.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Tech to Tech. Welcome to the final presentation on process control and optimization. This presentation is going to focus on the conductivity control system, or as we like to call it, the CCS. The question that we would like to ask today is it right for your cleaning process? As you expand, as you move into cleaning with chemistry and implementing these types of processes, is the CCS going to work for you and get done what it has to do? Before I start with the actual equipment, what I would like to discuss is conductivity. What is conductivity? Well, simply stated, it's water's ability to conduct electricity. So if we put electricity into water, can we measure it simply with an anode and a cathode? Pure water, the answer would be no. There's nothing that conducts that electricity from the anode to the cathode. Now, if we solubilize salt into that water, we now have a conductive agent that's in the water, which allows current to run from anode to cathode. Thus, we can take a measurement. Now that we understand exactly what conductivity in water is, how does that apply? Well, we add a conductive product, i.e., a chemistry, to a water bath, a sump, or an inline application process, an area on your machine. When we've done that, we can then start to measure something, which helps you with concentration. When we do actually generate some type of electrical impulse, if you will, an electrical signal, we can generate a chart that correlates the value of the microsiemen, which is the measurement that we're trying to get from the probe, to a concentrational number. As you see in this chart, if you have a concentration of 3 microsiemens, that would equate to a concentration of about 7%. So your next question would be, what does a conductivity probe actually look like? This is a typical conductivity probe. Sometimes they have polypropylene, sometimes they have steel, but the basis behind a conductivity probe is exactly the same. There's an anode, there's a cathode, if you will. A signal is pushed between those two devices. The measurement or the drop or the amount of microsiemen is measured in that probe and then is sent back to a controller. These probes are often mounted in a tank. They're often mounted in line in a piece of equipment. But this is the device that you're looking for. We also need to talk about a conductivity meter. What does a conductivity meter do? A conductivity meter not only takes the signal it gets from the probe and turns it into a number, it also has a couple of different devices internally, like relays. Those relays can be turned on, they can be turned off, they can be alarm, they can be converted to 4 to 20 milliamp signals, which that signal would then go over to another device, like a metering pump. A metering pump takes a 4 to 20 milliamp signal from the conductivity controller and converts it into a dose of chemistry. The dose of chemistry can be changed in two different ways. Frequency, which is how often the pump itself, the shuttle inside the pump moves, and then stroke length, which is how much chemistry is put into the mixture at any given time. So now that we have all three parts put together, we have what we call a conductivity control system. We have a probe, we have a tank full of conductive materials, we have a controller. The controller then is talking to the pump, and the pump is adding chemistry into the system to get you the correct amount of concentration. So let's take it all the way back to the start. Is a conductivity control system right for you? Well, it reduces costs and promotes safety within your environment. Reduces cost because we're trying to not have an employee stand next to a device and take constant readings to make sure that your concentration is correct. You know what concentration cleans your material sets. We're trying to alleviate that and have a machine do that for you. It requires little or hardly any valuable floor space. I was just in an account and every wall of the account had something on it. This system itself mounts above the drum itself. So you don't take up any more floor space than you already have used. It's very low on energy consumption. A simple 110 outlet powers this device. But what it does do, it ensures the correct amount of chemistry is being added to your system at any given time. Not only that, it's fully automatic. Fully automatic, meaning we don't have to have somebody standing there monitoring this system. It's doing it all by itself. So I would ask you to ask yourself these very important questions. Do I need to constantly monitor my wash bath system's concentration? Yeah, you do. That's very important. We do know highs, we do know lows. We know where the cleaning efficacy in your uh, on your typical product in your typical cleaning cycle. We know what those are. That's very, very important. Am I concerned about workers' contact with the chemistries? Yeah, should be. We are at Kaizen very concerned. This takes away that need for somebody to get into a situation where they've not got the correct PPE or they don't have their glasses with them. This alleviates that. It's a fully automated system. Am I limited on floor space on my factory floor? Most of you are. We know that. So this system mounts directly above the drum itself. Could this free up some time for my workers' workload, free them up to go do something different? Yes, it can. This is a fully automated system. And are you looking for automation? In nowadays, most people are looking for automation, things that they don't have to monitor 24/7. The CCS does that for you. Here are some frequently asked questions on this very topic. Will the CCS add water as well as chemistry to balance my wash solution mixture? No, it won't. It will add chemistry. Typically in these type of systems, a simple water valve is used to lower the concentration of chemistry in the wash bath. This simply adds chemistry. If you are looking for another device, that rolls into our PCS, which is a process control system. That does add water and chemistry to your system. How difficult is the sensor to install into my existing system? It's very simple. You can either have a tank system where the probe actually goes into the tank, or preferably when you have a pump that pumps through a filter, we can take that section apart, add the T into that section, run the sensor into the branch, and you're done. Can I or do I get a low level warning when my chemistry drum is empty? Yes, you do. This particular system has a site level gauge where you can physically see what the level is, or an upgradable electronic system, which you can tie into a light or a siren, which lets you know that you're particularly low on chemistry. What setup do I need to do once the equipment arrives? Hardly any. I just installed two of these systems about 4 months ago, and I think it took me 4 hours to get the systems completely up and running. Very simple. A little bit of metal work with some bolts to put the stand together. The system then incorporates on top of the stand. The drop tube goes into the drum, and the other tube goes off to the machine itself. Thank you very much for taking a couple of minutes out of your day today. I greatly appreciate it. And if you would like any more questions, please feel free to reach out and contact us. William, I turn it back over to you.
Thanks, Kevin. Thank you all for watching this Tech to Tech session. If you'd like to discuss this topic further or have any questions not answered in the session, please contact your local Kaizen regional manager or send an email to tech@kaizen.com, and we will have someone follow up with you as soon as possible. Do you want to have exclusive access to future content sent directly to your inbox? Or do you know someone who would benefit from these sessions? If the answer is yes, just go to tech by Kaizen.com and fill out the subscription form. And if you like this video, be sure to follow us on our social media platforms for more expert cleaning content.